Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om. So we start with Soundarya Lahari. Last time we spoke about the context of how Soundarya Lahari originated. See, when you look at Srishti, जब हम सृष्टि को देखते हैं तो सृष्टि कैसे हुई? Big question. Why did all this play happen? Why all this got created? So in the Shakta tradition, so हमारे traditions है, right? We have the advaitic thinking. We have the in the Shakta tradition, it's a balance between Vishishta Advaita and Advaita. So over there, Shakti and Shiva are the duality. So Dvaita, right? However, they are still the same. So Advaita. So Advaita, Dvaita mixture is what we see in the Shakta tradition. Even if you look at the first verse, he says Shiva, Shiva. He starts with Shiva. Although it is Soundarya Lahari, it is all about Ambal, but he starts with Shiva, right? First verse, very clearly he says Shiva Shaktya Yukto, right? Shiva Shaktya Yukto. So therefore, we talk about Shiva. But in the undifferentiated Brahman, what is the first thing that got created? What happened? How did this creation happen? So the first thing that got created was desire. Desire, kama. The kama of wanting to play. So, oh, I am lying down, now let me play. When that kama originated, then, so the first created being is Vishnu. Kamadev is actually Vishnu, right? Because this entire universe is sustained by desire. So the first originated being in that is why in all the Puranas we see that in that sea, Vishnu is lying down. Vishnu is lying down with the serpent on his head and he is lying down. What is that symbolism? That water is the undifferentiated. And in that undifferentiated, the first thing that originated is the desire. Now, when the desire arose, this undifferentiated whole became split into two parts. Kameshwara, Kameshwari. Kameshwara, Kameshwari. That is the first splitting. So, and in the Sri Chakra, in the Meru, the Bindu is where we say Devi resides. Bindu is where Kameshwara, Kameshwari together are there. That is where they unite again. So that is the construct of how the entire thing works, right? How did that happen? How did that throbbing, spanditum? We see that word in the first shloka, spanditum. So how did that spandanam? How did that happen? It happened because of her. She created that desire, ichha. Right? In Lalita Sahasranam we have seen Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti Namaha. So we say that, right? So similarly, so that Ichha came in that undifferentiated and the splitting happened. Kameshwara, Kameshwari became manifest. So when Kameshwari became manifest, it is that Spandanam happened because of her wanting to create that Spandanam. That Ichha happened. So Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Na Chedevam Devo Na Khalu Kushala Spanditum Api Atas Twamaradhyam Hari Hara Virinchadibhirapi Pranatum Stotum Va Kathamakrita Punya Prabhavati. So you are worshipped by the Trinity. All three of you, them worship you. Why? Because you are their mother, you are their creator. Because the first Spandanam, so here he says that even that Spandanam could not have happened. Internal vibration, external to chhod do. Even that internal vibration could not have happened without your power. Without that vibration. But you see, we have to remember that Kameshwari are not separate. Fire and its heat, diamond and its luster, coal and its blackness, ice and its coldness. You cannot separate the two. You cannot separate the two. So when you say that I am a worshipper, so therefore there is this beautiful story of Bringi. Bringi was a Gana and he was a Shiva worshipper. So he used to worship Shiva. So he used to keep on worshipping Shiva. So, and he refused to acknowledge the presence of Maya. Why should I worship Maya? Maya kya hai? Maya ko kyun worship karu? Maya ke bina hi sansar hai. Brahman is everything. Shiva is everything. So he would worship Shiva. He would bring bel patta. He would bring akunda flowers. He would bring Ganga water, and then he would pour it all over the Shivalinga, or he would turn in front of Shiva himself. So Shiva kept telling him that, look, she and I are not separate. So then one day when he was going to worship, Shiva told Devi, come and sit by my side. On the left side, right? So Vame Shaktidharam Devam, right? Vame, always on the left side. So on the left side, she sat down. Now Bringi, he said, I will go around Shiva only. So he went between the two. He tried to push his way. So Shiva got angry and he said, he put his hand around her waist and he pulled her close. So now he became a bee. Bringa means bee, right? Not a bee, a bumblebee. So he became a bumblebee and he tried to go through. So he pulled her closer and he pulled her in a manner where they both fused. Ardhanarishwara Rupaya Sri Shiva Shivaya Navastubhyam. Shiva Shivaya. Right? So that is how that Shiva and Parvati are not separate. Kameshwara and Kameshwari are not separate. Hamsa Hamsi are not separate. Bhairava Bhairavi are not separate. So when we are doing Soundarya Lahari, we must not forget that she is also the representation of that undifferentiated Brahman. So let us learn to recite the first stanza once more. Shiva, Shaktya, Shiva. Shiva nahi, Shiva. वहां विसर्ग है. Shiva, Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. Jahan beech mein, when you get visarga, that visarga is aspirated like that. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. I am repeating. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. Na chedevam devo na khalu kushala spanditum api. Na chedevam devo na khalu kushala spanditum api. Atastvam aradhyam harihara virinchadibhirapi. Harihara virinchadibhirapi. Pranantum stotum va kathamakrita punya prabhavati. Kathamakrita punya prabhavati. Pranantum stotum va kathamakrita punya prabhavati. From the beginning. शिवः शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुम् अपि अतस्त्वामाराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति. Beautiful shloka. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi, if Shiva is united with Shakti, only then to do this world, this creation, only then, even an inch he cannot move. Spandanam, that vibration, internal vibration also he cannot do. Na khalu kushala spanditum api. So, somebody who has not done good deeds, how can that person, pranantum stotum va kathama kritapunyah prabhavati, how can that person even worship you? So is Acharya saying, oh, see, I am worshipping you, I am a person who has done good deeds? No, he's not saying that. He is explaining to us through talking to Devi that to be able to even have the grace of worshipping her requires her to give us that blessing. ललिता त्रिपुर सुंदरी के आशीर्वाद के बगैर ललिता की उपासना संभव नहीं है. ईश्वर की कृपा के बिना ईश्वर की आराधना संभव नहीं है. ईश्वर भक्ति उनकी कृपा से ही प्राप्त होती है. चैतन्य महाप्रभु की एक बहुत सुंदर कहानी है. जगन्नाथपुरी, if you are ever going there, then right in front of the main door on the east side, there is a, like in Tirupati, there is a small water flowing where you wash your feet and then you go inside. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was standing in that water. He had a Muslim devotee who he used to call Haridas. Haridas was on the downside of the water and he was drinking that water. Charanamrit पी रहा है. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu पानी में खड़े हैं और वो चरणामृत पी रहा है. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got very pleased with him and said, ask whatever you want, I will give you. हरिदास बोलते हैं, मुझे भक्ति दीजिए, मुझे भक्ति दीजिए. चैतन्य महाप्रभु हंस के बोलते हैं, मुझे बांधने की चेन मेरे से ही मांगोगे? तो भक्ति के लिए तैयार होना पड़ता है. और तैयार कैसे होंगे? Just we have to be open to receive. We have to open the windows. The grace is always flowing. Kripa, she is Kripa Sagar. She is Kripa Nidhan. She is Kripa May. But her flow, we have to open ourselves. खिड़की बंद रख के बोलेंगे सूरज नहीं उगा, सूरज नहीं उगा, तो सूरज तो नहीं उगेगा ना. खिड़की खोलनी पड़ेगी. खिड़की खोलने का ही काम करना है. All we have to do is to open that window. So therefore, Acharya is saying that when we start doing the good deeds, what are good deeds? Gurudev always used to say, Paap kya hai? That which takes you away from divinity is Papa. That which takes you towards divinity is Punya. There is only karma and karma phala. Karma that takes you, karma done through vasanas is Papa. Any karma done through vasanas. Oh, I want to eat rasgulla. Garam rasgulla, good wala. The moment you say that and you eat the rasgulla, you have committed पाप. अरे इसमें पाप क्या? मैंने मेरे कमाया हुआ पैसा से दुकान में जाके खरीद के मैंने खाया और फिर उसका आनंद लिया. उसमें पाप क्या है? खत्म हो गया ना. अपने बैग में और एक डब्बा रसगुल्ला भर दिया. You have added karma, you have added vasana. You have deepened the vasana of rasgulla. And the moment you do that, that is papa karma. So when we do the puja, at the end of the puja, what do we say? Papaham papa karmanam, right? Mantra, when we finish the puja, then we say, ये पापी हूं मैं. क्यों पापी हूं? क्योंकि मैं तुम्हें जो कि सर्वव्यापी है, that which is completely encompassing this entire universe, I am trying to picture you in this small image. You who are present in every smallest atom in this world, I am trying to picture you in a particular place. That itself is a big crime. You who my mind cannot reach, my words cannot praise, I am trying to worship you. Who am I to be able to even worship you? That is the path. So any action that we are doing is papa that way, as long as the vasana has been not detached from it. So from there we move to the next shloka. Very, very beautiful shloka. I will do word by word first, then we will do one line at a time. Taniyam sam, pamsum, tava charana pankeruhabhavam, taniyam sam pamsum tava charana pankeruhabhavam, taniyam sam pamsum tava charana pankeruhabhavam, virincha sanchivan, virinchi sanchivan, virinchi sanchinvan, virachayati, virinchi sanchinvan, virachayati, lokana vikalam, virinchi sanchinvan, virachayati, lokana vikalam, taniyam sam pamsum tava charana pankeruhabhavam, virinchi sanchinvan, virachayati, lokan vikalam, vahatyenam shauri, right over there is a visarga. Vahatyenam shauri kathamapi sahasrena shirasam, vahatyenam shauri kathamapi sahasrena shirasam, harasam kshudyainam, bhajati bhasito dhulan vidhim, harasam kshudyainam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim, pahatyena shauri kathamapi sahasrena shirasam, harasam kshudyainam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim, harasam kshudyainam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim. Full shloka. Taniyam sampamsum tava charana pankeruhabhavam, virinchi sanchinvan, virachayati lokana vikalam, vahatyena shauri kathamapi sahasrena shirasam, harasam kshudyenam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim. How does Virinchi means Brahma. How does Brahma create this world? How does Virinchi create this entire universe? He takes the power of creating this entire universe from one speck of dust from your feet. एक धूल का कण पंके रुहे. Right? We see that shloka over there. See the word charana panke ruha bhavam. Right? So आपके पैरों से एक थोड़ा सा धूल, चरण पंक, वो उठा के पामसुम, विरिंची संचिन्वन, he collects, संचिन्वन, संचयन करता है, संचिन्वन, विरचयति, he creates, लोकान विकलम, this entire world, entire universe. And Shauri means Adishesha. Shauri is a name for Vishnu. It is also a name for Adishesha. So Vahatyena. So the mythological Pauranic belief is that this earth or this universe, ये आदिशेष के सर के ऊपर में विराजमान है. Right? आदिशेष उसको वहन करते हैं, पृथ्वी को. तो पृथ्वी को खाली नहीं, इस पूरे संसार को, ये दिस यूनिवर्स, ये आदिशेष उसके सर के ऊपर में उसको वहन करते हैं. वहत्येन, कैसे? उनके 1000 सर है. शिरसा सहस्रेण, And how does he bear that? How can he tolerate the weight of so many worlds? Because of the dust from your feet. And Shiva, despite the fact that he is only manifested Brahman, he also gets trapped by Maya. And to remind himself that this body, this manifested Shiva is not Shiva, it is Brahman. How does he remind himself? He takes that dust and he rubs it and he makes it into bhasma and he applies it all over his body. See, Maya captures even Shiva. See, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa had many gurus, right? One by one, जो जो उनको सीखने की जरूरत थी, एक एक करके उनके पास गुरु आते गए. भैरवी ब्रह्मानी आई, फिर उसके बाद तोतापुरी आए. तो तोतापुरी, उसको Sri Thakur used to call him Nangta. Nangta in Bengali means the naked one. Oh, he used to wear only a cowpin. He was a Naga sannyasi. So because of the fact that he was moving in society, he used to wear a cowpin. So that Nangta came, and within a period of 3 days, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa achieved what this person had taken more than 24 years to achieve. Now, out of the attraction, this man was a typical Dandi sannyasi. Dandi sannyasis, by rule, they cannot stay more than 3 days in one place. वो रहते गए 6 महीने हो गए, 9 महीने हो गए, कुछ साल हो गए. अचानक से, और he was a Punjabi, or at least that is what is believed. He was 6 foot tall, very well built, fair. Most probably, definitely a North Indian. And he went to Bengal. So from the dry climate of Punjab, he came to the wet, humid climate of Bengal. He dropped all the rotis that he was eating. तंदूर में पकाया रोटी को छोड़कर यहाँ भात खाने लगे, तो उनका पेट खराब होने लगा. And he said, this body is the cause of all this problem. I am going to give it up. So with full consciousness, he said, Ganga, please accept this body. And he started walking into the river. And he kept walking and he kept walking and he kept walking. And suddenly he's looking, he's in the middle of the river, and the water has only touched only his knees. It has not gone above his knees. And he's in the middle of the river. And he came back and he bowed down to Sri Thakur and said, I now realize Maya is everything. Pure Advaita. See, even an Advaiti like Shankaracharya himself does not disclaim the fact that Maya is extremely powerful. Maya Shakti Maya Duratyaya, right? भगवद गीता में क्या बोलते हैं भगवान कि मेरी शक्ति माया जो है वो दुरत्यया, बहुत पावरफुल है, और सिर्फ जो मेरे से अटैच्ड हो जाता है उसको ही वो माया पार करने की अनुमति मिलती है. Sri Thakur used to say, only if you worship Maya and take permission from her to cross her, will she give permission. You cannot push your way through. You cannot push your way through. And therefore, Ananya Bhajanam, continuous Bhajanam. Bhajanam here does not mean to be singing, doing Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhajan means like a flow of oil that is following on the Shivalinga. Continuous ek dhara. Your mind, you should be doing everything outside. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Arjuna, indirect question, he asks, how does a jnani behave? How does a jnani behave? Oh, he eats, he breathes, swashan, swapan, right? He visrujan, he goes to the toilet, he eats. So from the external, he is doing everything. What has changed is inside. That complete change that has happened inside is that the mind has been quelled and it is flowing in one direction only. Unbroken thoughts continuously. Which is why I keep saying, japa, japa, japa. That is the only solution. That is the only solution. Because every time you find your mind wavering from here and there, and come back and start. And the easiest meditation is Soham. सो ब्रीद इन, हम ब्रीद आउट। इसके लिए कोई मंत्र दीक्षा की जरूरत नहीं है, ये तो जन्मते ही मिला था, ये तो जन्मने के साथ हम लोग को दीक्षा दे दी गई थी, राइट। हम संगीता, घेरंड संहिता, they all clearly tell you, so is the breathe in, hum is the breathe out. So move your mind back. I am that, I am that, I am that. What is that soham? Soham is a journey. Soham is a journey. The seeker goes to the teacher and says, Koham, मैं कौन हूं? So the teacher says, तत्वमसि, तुम वो हो। अच्छा, मैं वो हूं, ध्यान में बैठ गया। वो मैं वो हूँ, वो क्या होता है? वो ये शरीर है क्या? नहीं, शरीर नहीं है। वो क्या मनस है क्या? मनस नहीं है। वो क्या है? वो इंटेलेक्ट है क्या? इंटेलेक्ट बुद्धि भी नहीं है। वो क्या है? वो मैं। एंड देन ही सेज, I am not the five senses, I am not the seven dhatus, I am not the pancha indriyas, I am not a father, I am not a son, I am Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. And he realizes that, and he goes back to his teacher and says, Soham. So he says, Soham तो तेरे को जन्म से ही मिला था, तूने देखा नहीं। So all the sadhana, people say, I want to realize. I always say, no, 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 you unrealize. हम जिसको रियल समझते हैं वो अनरियल है, वो जानने से बाकी अपने आप जो रियल है वो अपने आप निकल के आ जाएगा। बिकॉज इफ आई टेल यू राइट नाउ, मुझे मुंबई पहुंचा दीजिए, कैन यू रीच मी टू मुंबई राइट नाउ? अभी कैन यू रीच मी टू मुंबई? यू कैन नॉट, बिकॉज आई एम ऑलरेडी इन मुंबई। सो व्हाट कैन यू डू? You can remove the concept in my mind that I am not in Mumbai. You can remove the ignorance in my mind that मैं मुंबई में नहीं हूं। इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं ना, अरे मीना जी मुझे मुंबई पहुंचा दीजिए, प्लीज मुझे मुंबई पहुंचा दीजिए। अरे आप मुंबई में ही है बोलने से मेरे को नहीं समझ में आएगा। तो आप मुंबई में, आप दूसरे कहीं नहीं है, ये आप मुझे प्रूव कर सकते हैं। तो जैसे ही आपने प्रूव कर दिया तो मैं क्या बोलूंगा? ओह, मैं मुंबई में ही हूं। सो आई एम ऑलरेडी सेल्फ एग्जिस्टेंट। Have you ever at any point of time doubted your own existence? मैं नहीं हूं, कभी हुआ है क्या? नहीं, मैं नहीं हूं, नहीं होता है ना। नींद से जागे मैं हूं, नींद सोने गए मैं हूं। ओनली इन दैट फ्यू आवर्स ऑफ डीप स्लीप, इवन इन द ड्रीम यू आर देयर। So that creation that has happened, where is that happening from? From one speck of dust from her feet. One speck of dust. That eternal Brahman who has taken the form of this amazing mother of ours. She has created this place so that we can enjoy her presence. So there are two types of people. One will go and say कि मैं ज्ञानी हूं, तो मैं इसको ज्ञान के मार्ग से आगे बढ़ूंगा। And she will say, perfectly all right. I and Brahman are undifferentiated. Go through me. And then there is the bhakta who will go and say, Mummy. And she will say, come. Come. Sit on my lap. And come and sit so close that you will be able to see that I am on Brahman. Because भक्त और ज्ञानी में आचार्य खुद बोलते हैं कि यदि कोई ज्ञानी है और वो बोलता है मैं भक्त नहीं हूं, तो हो नहीं सकता है। परम भक्त प्रहलाद, उनका नाम नहीं ले सकता। सो परम भक्त भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद क्या बोलते हैं? सर्वम विष्णुमयम जगत। Just change Vishnu. That is only a name. Even Brahman is a name. We have given that name. Did Brahman say, oh, I am Brahman? Brahman has not given identification. Right? Brahman के पास कोई identification करने का तरीका भी नहीं है। कौन बड़ा, हम बड़े कि वो बड़े? अरे हम बड़े, हमारे पास आइडेंटिफिकेशन करने का तरीका है, हमारे पास आधार कार्ड है। ब्राह्मण के पास आधार कार्ड नहीं है, तो आधार कार्ड है, पैन कार्ड है, राइट? वो Sarvam Brahmamayam. When we say Sarvam Brahmamayam, you Sarvam Shivamayam, Sarvam Devimayam, Sarvam Vishnumayam. That is the vision of the Jnani. So how is a Jnani and a Bhakta different? So the Param Bhakti, Param Jnana both lead to the same place. And for that, we have to go to her and surrender. So Bhakti भी फिर again, श्री ठाकुर बहुत सुंदर से बोलते हैं, भक्ति दो तरह की होती है. एक होता है मरकट वैराग, मरकट भक्ति, और दूसरा होता है मार्जर भक्ति. Markat means monkey. So if you have seen the baby monkey, it clings onto the mother monkey on the back, and the mother will be jumping, right? And the monkey is holding on. So the monkey is saying, I will hold on to you irrespective of whatever happens in life. मैं तुमको पकड़ के रखूंगा. मेरा तरीका थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. मैं मार्जर भक्ति बिलीव करता हूँ. मैं बिल्ली, मार्जर means cat. So what does a cat, baby cat do? Kitten, what does it do? It cannot even move. It only sits in one place and says meow, 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 meow. And if you have ever got kittens in your house, or if you have seen kittens, continuous बोलते रहते हैं. जब तक मम्मी नहीं आती है, तब तक continuously meow, 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 meow. And the mother, wherever she is, she will come running. If the baby kitten has to move from one place to the other, mother has to pick up the kitten and move it. That is Marjara Bhakti. I don't have the strength to hold on to you. To hold on to you presumes that I have the strength to say that every situation I will hold on to you. Nothing. Nothing. Not even a speck of dust. Because a speck of dust alone is enough for this entire universe. A speck of dust alone is enough for Vishnu to hold up this entire universe. A speck of dust alone is enough for Shiva to cover himself with bhasma. What are we? Hence, let us realize what she is through Soundarya Lahari. Taniyam sampam sumdava charana panke ruha bhavam virinchi sanchinvan virachayati loka navikalam vahatyenam shaurih kathamapi sahasrena shirasam harastam kshudyenam bhajati vasito dulana vidhin. So my request is that ये जो स्तोत्र है सौंदर्य लहरी, we should recite it regularly. It is not easy, unlike Vishnu Sahasranam, शुक्लांबरधरम विष्णुम सजीवन्नम चतुर्भुजम, बहुत easy है, right? तो यह भगवत गीता, तो वो it's very easy to remember. It's very easy to read and remember. These are not easy to remember. Also, Shankaracharya, in general, most of his works, you will find that they are very easy. Most of his works are very easy. This is not an easy work. Here he has become very grammatically, very advanced grammar he has used. And therefore, it is important कि इसको बार-बार हम लोग revise करें, practice करें. Right? We will carry on with the fourth shloka of the Rajarajeshwari Stotram also. तो वो भी हमारा बाकी है, तो वो भी हम लोग वहां से शुरू करते हैं. Rajarajeshwari Shlokam Stotram. So let us first do the first three shlokas also. Amba Shambhavi Chandramauli Rabala Chandramauli Amba Shambhavi Chandramauli Rabala Parna Uma Parvati Kali Haimavati Shiva Trinayani Katyayani Bhairavi Savitri Navayovana Shubhakari Samrajya Lakshmi Prada Chidrupi Paradevata Bhagavati Sri Rajarajeshwari Amba Mohini Devata Tribhuvani Ananda Samdayini Vani Pallava Pani Venu Murali Gana Priya Lolini Kalyani Uduraja Bimba Vadana Dhumrakshasam Harini Chidrupi Paradevata Bhagavati Sri Rajarajeshwari Amba Nupura Ratna Kankanadhari केयूरहारावली जाति चंपक वैजयंती लहरी ग्रैवैक्य विराजिता वीणा वेणु विनोद मंडितकरा वीरासने संस्थिता चिद्रूपी परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी. Then today's shloka. Amba Raudrini Bhadrakali Bagala Jwalamukhi Vaishnavi. Amba Raudrini Bhadrakali Bagala Jwalamukhi Vaishnavi. Brahmani Tripurantaki Suranuta Dedipyamanojjvala. Chamunda Kshitarkshaposha Janani Dakshayani Vallavi. Chamunda Kshitarkshaposha Janani Dakshayani Vallavi. Chidrupi Paradevata Bhagavati Sri Rajarajeshwari. Amba Raudrini Bhadrakali Bagala Jwalamukhi Vaishnavi. Brahmani Tripurantaki Suranuta Dedipyamanojjvala. Chamunda Kshitarkshaposha Janani Dakshayani Vallavi. Chidrupi Paradevata Bhagavati Sri Rajarajeshwari. Amba Raudrini. So Raudrini, Brahmani, वैष्णवी, नारसिंही, वाराही, ऐसे जो सप्तमात्रिका हमें दुर्गा सप्तशती के अंदर में मिलते हैं. So she emanated these forms. So Kaumari, all these forms they came and they started fighting with Shumba Nishumba. That was we have seen. So Raudrini. Raudrini means the female form of Rudra, or it also means she who is very angry, who is Rudra, right? So Amba Rudrini. Then next word we have Bhadrakali. Bhadrakali obviously does not need to explain. Kali is we have seen is one of the Dashamit Mahavidyas. Kali also we have seen is upon in the Saptashati has another manifestation as part of Devi herself. When Devi takes the form of Gauri, and so she splits into the dark part and the white part. White part is called Gauri, the dark part is called Kali. And Bhadrakali is the form in which Rudra manifested her. When the Daksha Yajna was to be destroyed, he took 2 locks from his hair and he threw them. And when he threw them, 2 beings came up, Veerabhadra and Bhadrakali. That is basically Bhairava and Bhairavi. So Bhadrakali, that was the form in which she came out. It is one of the most fiercest forms, where she wears no clothes, her hair is disheveled, she has fangs coming out from her teeth, those fangs are dripping blood, her tongue is reaching up to her chest, and it is looking here and there as if it has its own life, looking for blood to be sucked in. Her breasts are hanging down, her hip is wide, she is dark, gray, black in color, she wears skulls and fingers. Her armlets are made of fingers. She wears the fingers of human beings. Uske fingers se, ungli se, she has made ornaments. She wears a garland of skulls. So it's very terrible form, right? We have to realize if we are, see, I always say this when my father never beat me up, but my mother used to give me left, right. बेलन तोड़े बहुत बेलन तोड़े. तो मेरे दादाजी बोलते थे कि घर में 10-15 बेलन खरीद के पहले से रख लेना चाहिए साल के बिगिनिंग में. कितने तोड़ोगी तुम इसके ऊपर पता नहीं, और इसकी भी पीठ वैसी ही है, कुछ नहीं सुधरता है. तो बेलन टूटते थे. जब बेलन से मार पड़ती थी तब भी मैं मम्मी मम्मी ही बोलता था. तो मम्मी जब भद्रकाली बनती है ना, तब भी हम भद्रकाली को भी माँ ही बोलते हैं. तो अम्बा रौद्रिणी भद्रकाली Bagala is another form of Devi. She is worshipped. She is another of the Dasha Mahavidyas, one of the terrible forms of the Dasha Mahavidyas. So the terrible forms we know are Dhumavati, Kali, Tara, Bagala, Chinnamasta, Bhairavi, and Dhumavati. These are the 6 terrible forms. There are beautiful forms also, Shodashi, Kamala, so on and so forth. the Matangi. These are all beautiful forms. These are all the Shanta forms. Bagala is one of the terrible forms where she has in the if you visualize, she has the tongue of an asur held in her hand, and with another she with a sort of a, not a gada but a sort of a stick, she is thrashing that asur. She is not killing him. She is the one who controls our speech, our Vaikari speech, the speech that is coming out, the one that you can hear right now. It is called Vaikari. Speech has 4 parts. Para, which is the speech that is there in the absolute. That para is unexpressed, so it is only an idea. Then it becomes pashyanti, which means I can now visualize what I want to say. Then it forms words, madhyama. It is there in the throat, not yet come out. And the lowest, grossest form of speech is Vaikari. But Vaikari causes the most problems. हम जो बोलते हैं उसी से प्रॉब्लम होती है ना. तो जो जीभ को ना दोनों साइड कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. जीभ से जो निकलता है उसको कंट्रोल कीजिए, और जीभ जो भीतर लेता है उसको भी कंट्रोल कीजिए. जीभ को भीतर लेने से, जीभ से भीतर वाला कंट्रोल करेंगे तो स्वस्थ रहेंगे, और बाहर वाला कंट्रोल करेंगे तो रिलेशन स्वस्थ रहेंगे. सो जीभ के ऊपर कंट्रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो कौन करता है? बगला करती है. Bagala is the Devi who controls this Vaikari speech. So, we have seen Amba, Raudrini, Bhadrakali, Bagala, Jwala Mukhi, the Vaishnavi, Jwala Mukhi. Again, Jwala Mukhi, her tongue is burning. Jwala Mukhi is a specific temple also in Himachal Pradesh where she has manifested in the form of fire. Vaishnavi, the female part of Vishnu, the Shakti of Vishnu. Brahmani, the Shakti of Brahma. Tripurantaki is the Tripura. Who was the Tripurantak? Is Tripurantak is Shiva. So Tripurantaki, she is the Shivani. She is the female Shakti of Shiva. Suranuta, she is worshipped by the Suras. Dedipya Mano Jwala, she is Ujjwala, like as if she is a lamp. Chamunda, so Chandi, Chand और मुंड दोनों का विनाश करने वाली चामुंडा. So क्षित रक्ष पोष जननी. Shrita means people who have come to her ashray. Shrita raksha posha janani. Shrita, ashrita, जो आश्रय लेते हैं उसको रक्ष और पोष. पोष means to पोषण करना, to take care of. So Shrita Raksha Posha Janani. She is the mother who protects and takes care of anybody who goes to her. Dakshayani, she is the daughter of Daksha, so she was called Dakshayani. Vallavi. Vallavi, actually, I have tried to find the exact meaning even earlier. The Vallavi, I think the word comes from Vallaki Vadini. Vallaki is a type of veena. तो वो वीणा जो बजाती है उसको वल्लकी वादिनी से वल्लवी आया है, मुझे लगता है, बिकॉज डायरेक्टली संस्कृत में वल्लवी वर्ड नहीं मिलता है. सो दैट कुड बी वन ऑफ द मीनिंग्स इज व्हाट आई थिंक. चिद्रूपी परदेवता भगवती श्रीराज राजेश्वरी. एनी डाउट्स, एनी क्वेश्चंस? आप म्यूट पे हैं मीना जी, या फिर आवाज नहीं सुनाई दे रहा? नहीं, आपका आवाज नहीं सुनाई दे रहा. आप चैट में डाल दीजिए. आप कुछ लिख रही है या? So while Meenaji is writing, somebody asked me कि 100 shlokas in Soundarya Lahari, you will do one shloka per week, and there will be some days when you will not do classes, तो 3 साल लग जाएंगे. तो मैंने बोला बहुत अच्छा है ना, 3 साल देवी के साथ रहेंगे. जल्दी किसको है? और नहीं तो और मैंने ही बोल दिया, और 3 साल के अंदर में यदि मैं मर गया तो देवी की स्मरण करते करते ही मरूंगा ना. तो शरीर तो मरने वाला है, तो उसके लिए यदि तुमको लगता है कि उसके अंदर में कुछ होने वाला है तो वेरी गुड, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो इससे तुम्हारे साथ कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं हो सकता है. मेरे लिए ये प्रथम क्लास है. अभी जो भी सुना है वो बिल्कुल समझ तो आ गया, लेकिन इसके बाद समझने के लिए बहुत समय लगेगा. समझने से ज्यादा इसे हमें इसकी अनुभूति की कोशिश करनी है. समझना इंटेलेक्चुअल होता है, और इंटेलेक्चुअली हम कुछ भी समझ सकते हैं, मगर उसकी जब अनुभूति होती है तो वो अनुभूति के लिए ना, आप जब हम ये आइडिया सोच रहे हैं कि शिव शक्त्या युक्तो, तो हम ये सोचिए कि एक अनडिफरेंशिएटेड होल, उसके अंदर में से देखिए, वी हैव टू रिमेंबर वन थिंग, अगेन आई कम बैक टू दिस, E इज इक्वल टू MC स्क्वायर. बहुत टाइम लगा, हजारों साल लगे किसी को डिस्कवर करने के लिए कि एनर्जी एंड मैटर आर ट्रांसम्यूटेबल. एनर्जी इज मैटर, मैटर इज एनर्जी. वेयर डज मैटर एंड, वेयर इज एनर्जी? और पता नहीं, क्योंकि मैटर के अंदर में जब हम डीपर जाते हैं तो क्या दिखता है? ओ मैम भी हमको प्रोटॉन दिखता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन दिखता है. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन दिखता है. व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन? वो पहले एक जन ने बोला इट इज अ पार्टिकल. तो बोला पार्टिकल, ओके चलो नोबेल प्राइज दे दो. फिर किसी ने बोला नो नो नो, इट इज नॉट अ पार्टिकल, इट इज अ वेव. हाँ हाँ हाँ, वेरी गुड, इसको भी नोबेल प्राइज दे दो. फिर तीसरे ने बोला कि नो नो, इट इज नॉट पार्टिकल और अ वेव, इट इज अ वर्टिकल. वेव एंड पार्टिकल, कभी वेव भी होता है, कभी पार्टिकल भी होता है. तो अरे वाह, ये भी बहुत अच्छा आइडिया, इसको भी नोबेल प्राइज दे दो. राइट, एवरी टाइम देयर इज न्यू स्टडी हैपनिंग. फिर और एक जन ने आके बोला कि इलेक्ट्रॉन तो होता ही नहीं है, तुमको पता ही नहीं है क्या है. अरे इसको भी नोबेल प्राइज दे दो. लास्ट वाला था, उसका नाम है हाइजेनबर्ग, इसको भी नोबेल प्राइज दे दो. Now, you see, science itself fails at a particular point of time where it says that I cannot distinguish between matter and energy. See, our rishis have been saying this from day one, that what is matter, what is energy are both the same. They are not differentiated from each other. And what is the substratum is beyond both energy and matter, against which all change is happening. ये एक पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टेम्पलेशन है. मगर आई ऑलवेज से दिस, स्टार्ट विथ द मेडिटेशन. सो हम बैठिए और सोना. जितना दूर जितनी टाइम उसको कर सकेंगे, जितना उसको बढ़ाते जाएंगे. अभी क्या है, अब दूध गर्म हो रहा है तो सोहम चलना चाहिए. कुकर है तो सोहम चलना चाहिए. लड़के को डांट रहे तो भी सोहम चलना चाहिए. तो ये जब हम एक साथ, एक इन्वॉल्वमेंट हमारी होगी मगर अटैचमेंट नहीं होगा. दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड इन्वॉल्वमेंट विदाउट अटैचमेंट. So that happens through continuous practice. और प्रैक्टिस में हमारा माइंड जाएगा, इधर उधर जाएगा. राइट. तो वहां गुरुदेव का एग्जांपल जो बोलते हैं ना, थॉट परेड, तो वो परेड के साथ दौड़िए मत. झांकी आई गुजरात की, भाई आप भी गरबात करते निकल गए, अरे नहीं 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 भांगड़ा आ रहा है, चलो भांगड़ा भी करेंगे, उसके बाद छऊ भी करेंगे, उसके बाद मणिपुरी भी करेंगे. नहीं, आप खड़े रहिए और सैल्यूट लेते जाइए और देखते जाइए उसको. और जैसे ही वो गैप आएगा ना, गरबे के बाद जब भांगड़ा आने वाला है, वो गैप के अंदर में वापस सोहम चालू कर दीजिए. So when somebody posted today in one of my in my groups saying, don't control your thoughts, just don't allow your thoughts to control you. Don't allow your thoughts to control you. What a beautiful sentence. Don't try to control your thoughts. The thoughts will come and go, and when they realize that they cannot control you, they will stop coming. So that is the अनुभूति. ये है प्रैक्टिस. चलिए. शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।